Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis to today's satsang. Today we'll be learning to chant and contemplate on Shloka 15.1. So first I'll be chanting and you can repeat after me. Following Anya, please place your hands in Namaste, close your eyes and repeat after me. Anya?
Yes.
Śrī-bhagavān uvācha
śhrī-bhagavān
ūrdhva-mūlam
uvācha
adhaḥ-śhākham
adhaḥ-śhākham
aśhvatthaṁ
aśhvatthaṁ
prāhur avyayam
prāhur avyayam
chhandānsi
chhandānsi
yasya parṇāni
parṇāni
tam veda sa veda-vit. Once again. śrī-bhagavān
śrī-bhagavān
ūrdhva-mūlam adhaḥ-śhākham
ūrdhva-mūlam adhaḥ-śhākham
aśhvattham prāhur avyayam
aśhvattham prāhur avyayam prāhur avyayam
chhandānsi yasya parṇāni
chhandānsi parṇāni
yastam veda sa veda-vit. Beautiful. Thank you, Anya. Jia, could you please read out the meaning of the shloka?
Yes. The speak of the aśhvatth.
Gita, could you please go on mute? Yeah, go ahead, Jia.
The speak of eternal aśhvatth tree with its roots above and branches below. Its leaves are the Vedic hymns, and one who knows the secret of this tree is the knower of the Vedas.
Thank you so much. All right. So before we start understanding the shloka, I just want to show you one image. I think most of you will be familiar with it. Does anybody know what is this image and what is so special about it? Okay, and one thing, other than the obvious part about Buddha sitting under the tree, can anyone point out one other interesting part about this image? Anyone? Anya. Not and that interesting thing is not Buddha. That's a hint. So Anya, could you go ahead?
I think the interesting thing is that it's a banyan tree, which is.
Are you sure it's banyan? Very close. Very, very similar to a banyan tree. It looks similar to a banyan tree, but it's not a banyan tree. Anya's on the right lines. Can anybody else? Yeah, go ahead, Grihit.
Oh, money plant?
Money plant, not so much. Vivan.
Sir, a people tree?
Yeah, exactly. Who is that? Vivan. Yeah, it's a people tree.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, good job. Everybody give a hand of applause for Vivan. Yeah, so it's a people tree. So Buddha could have chosen any tree, right? So Buddha is supposed to be the most wisest person or one of the most wise person, and he was enlightened and he was such a wholesome human being, right? But what was so special that he chose a people tree? Why did he choose a people tree? He could have chosen a banyan tree, he could have chosen a money plant, or as Snigdha said, he could have chosen an oak tree. Why did he choose a people tree? Does anybody know? Any guesses? Why a people tree? Anya, is your hand up?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to lower it down.
Yeah, no problem. Grihit?
They say that goddesses stay in the people tree.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's why we see the people tree around a temple all the time. Okay. Any other guesses? No? He could have chosen any tree. He could have chosen a mango tree. But why people tree? What is so special about it that he had to choose a people tree? Anya.
I think it's special to them because it's like kind of quiet there, and they can like do their meditation or anything of the things there.
Yeah, but he could have chosen any tree, right? It's a huge forest. Look at that forest behind him. He could have chosen any tree. There's so many trees behind him. But he chose a people tree. What's so special about it?
Maybe it's quiet for him, and he doesn't like other trees.
All right. Okay. So preference, is it? Okay. That's one way. Sai.
It
Sai,
has it has branches on branches have roots.
even a banyan tree has branches on its roots, right?
Yes.
So why not a banyan tree? It's fine, no problem. All right, that's one good way of saying it. So yeah, okay. So a people tree. So something must be special about the tree, right? So maybe it's not the branches, maybe it's not the quiet. Something is special about it. I'm pretty sure Buddha isn't just simply like, oh, I like a people tree. I want to sit on a people tree, right? I think he's a little more wise than that. So let's understand why. All right. Before that, I have a small experiment for all of you. Okay. Everyone knows what an experiment is, right? Have people done science experiments at home? I mean, not at home, at school. Raise of hands. I have done an experiment at home or at school.
I gave a thumbs up there.
Okay, all right. Anybody else? No experiments at school or at home? No? All right. It's fine. We can do an experiment here. So there are three basic things to an experiment, okay? One is the experiment itself. So that is what you are going to do. Two is the observation. So what do you observe when you do the experiment? And three, the most important is what do you infer? Also known as the inference. So what do you understand from your experiment? Okay. Yeah, Grihit.
Actually, I wanted to tell about the tree. So, it releases oxygen in the night.
Right. But oxygen is released by every plant, even a plant, even a tree, right?
But I think it releases more amount.
All right. Okay. Good observation. Okay. So thank you for all of that. So now we'll do the experiment. All right. So everybody, we understood these three things, right? Experiment, observation, and inference. Okay. So first, everybody, I want you to participate in this experiment. Okay. So look at this image. Is everybody able to see it? All right, awesome. So everybody, I want you to give at least one word to describe this image to me. How do you one word that describes this image to me? So, or how do you feel when you look at this image? All right. Oh, whoa, so many hands. Okay, Grihit.
So it is lot of
Just one word, one word.
lot of air pollution.
One word. That's not one word. I want
Air
one word.
pollution.
Air, okay. Air pollution. Or okay, fine. Rather than describing the image, I wanted to tell how you feel. What do you feel when you look at the image? So I want everyone to take a good look. Take a good look for however long you want. All
So
right.
it's like a huge factory which is running a lot of machines, and it's making lot of
Mhm.
land
Okay.
and
Yeah, but again, you're describing the image. I want you to tell how do you feel when you look at this image? What do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Like that. I want you to give an emotion associated with this image. Take your time. It's fine. Shreyas, do you want to?
I guess I feel disgusted or bad for feeling for the earth.
Bad feeling for the earth. So how would you describe that in one word or a small phrase?
Feeling bad.
Feeling bad. Okay. Feeling bad. Vivan.
Sir, I think I feel that I have I feel like they should stop making a lot of air pollution.
All right. So what is the emotion that you would associate with it?
Uh, huh?
What is the emotion? So emotion as in like happy, sad, or maybe
I
maybe
feel sad.
sad. Are you sure it's sad?
Yes.
Okay, sad. All right. And Anya.
So I feel really angry of why on earth did those people do it. Like,
Yeah.
why did they have to even spill for smoke from the factories? They could at
Angry.
least not invent even factories. So I feel angry, completely angry at them.
All right. Very strong emotions from Anya. So if we feel angry, Grihit, you wanna go? Did you find a word?
Yeah, so I feel sad.
Sad. Okay, we already have sad. Do you have any other way, any other feeling that you have?
Excuse me, I want to add one more point.
So yeah, sure, go ahead.
And one thing I would have shouted at those people if they had even done anything to our dear Mother Earth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still young. I don't care if I
yeah.
shout.
Okay. Shout. Okay, that's so I think that comes under anger. Grihit, would you like to?
I
Other than sad?
might take a little time to think.
All right, no problem. Gia?
I feel like I'm going to vomit.
Feel like you're going to vomit. Can I
Feel like I'm going to puke because of that picture.
you so can I say nausea?
Huh?
Nauseous? You know what nauseous means? That's that feeling you get when you want to puke. So can I say nausea?
Okay, yeah. Okay. I feel like a dizzy face.
Dizzy face. Okay. Awesome. Rohan.
I feel very dull.
Dull. All right. Awesome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's more than enough. Uh, who else? Snigdha, and Rohan will give you a chance in the next one. All right. So we have this. Okay. Next, we'll keep this aside and we'll continue the experiment. All right. So now I want everyone to look at this image and give me one same thing. People who haven't gotten a chance last time, I want them to express themselves. 1 second. Yeah, all right. Snigdha,
I feel pleasant.
pleasant, awesome. All right. Who didn't we give a chance? Shreyas, I think we gave. Gia, I think we gave. Ramakrishna, do you want to?
No, it's okay.
It's fine. Go ahead. Just any one word.
I feel peace.
Peace. Awesome. It's a good word. Peace. 1 second. Peace. Beautiful. Who didn't get a chance? Rohan, would you like to?
I feel happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Happy. Okay. Do we have any? Diya, Disha, could you each give us one, and then we can be done.
I feel great.
Sorry?
I feel great.
Greed.
Yeah, great.
Great. Great? Is that correct? Awesome. Okay, Diya or Disha, I'm not sure who was that. Can I have the other one?
I feel good.
Good? Good, G-O-O-D. Is that correct? Okay, fine. I think that's correct. Awesome. So I think that's it for the experiment. It was a simple experiment. All right, but now is the most important part of the experiment. Okay. What is the third column? Inference, right? So now I want each of you to think what could be the inference from this experiment. So I'll let me just summarize till now what happened. So we've had two images. One this, okay. No, I have not put any words. I've not said anything. I've just asked you to describe it, right? And then we had this image, right? So we've showed two images and we've each described it. And these are the words that we came up with, right? So can anybody give an inference from what we have seen from the experiment? What do you think? What is the most important? What do you think is the summary of the experiment, or what can we understand from the experiment? Somebody who hasn't. Gia, Anya, I see you guys, but we've given you a chance. Grihit, go ahead.
So it's like very bad to leave out the smoke, which will harm the nature.
All right.
So, and it will also get disease.
All right. So smoke is harmful. Can I say that? Grihit?
No.
Sorry, then what is your inference? In one phrase or sentence. How do you summarize what the experiment told?
So, so it's like you should not
It's fine, you can think about it, no problem. Ramakrishna, would you like to go?
Yes. I feel that we should I feel that we should we should create more things up with nature, and we should not pollute the environment.
Is that a proper way of summarizing it?
Yes.
Awesome. More nature and less pollution. Awesome. Okay, Gia, would you like to share? Gia? Gia, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I feel like it's supposed to be with more animals, and also they could and some water, like a river, and there are full greenish trees.
Okay, but you're just describing the image, right? I'm asking, what did you understand from the experiment? Like, what is one thing that you could infer, or one thing that you could conclude from the image?
Like, yeah, greenishness. And less
Okay, that's it. You're describing the image, as in you're telling what is there in the image. I want to know if I were to look at this experiment and the observation, what would someone understand? What can someone tell that, oh, this is for sure, this is what is happening?
Yeah, I cannot understand.
No, it's okay. All right, it's fine. You can think about it. Anya, would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, I learned that instead of we shouldn't make more factories, and instead, no, wait, not that. Whenever we cut a tree, we should always plant two saplings in its place.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do we have anyone else? Ramakrishna, would you like to share something new?
Yes, Aditya.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that we should not cut trees, and every year we celebrate Vanamotsav for the more planting new saplings.
Right. Yeah. That's really good. So I think that's kind of similar to the second one. So we shouldn't cut trees and we should plant more saplings, right? But
Yeah.
I think you guys are getting a little off track. Think about the experiment. See, we looked at two images, and the first image made me feel like something, the second image made me feel like something, right? So what am I understanding from this? I looked at one image, this made me feel like this. I looked at this image and this made me feel like this. So what can I say for sure from these two? All right. Okay. I think. Okay. Fine. I can. Let me say one thing, and then you guys tell me if you guys agree or not. Can we say that something that's a little more nature related or like trees make me feel better? Because see, when I'm looking at the image of the trees, it's making me feel pleasant, happy, great, good, right? But then when I'm looking at the image of the factory, it's making me feel bad, right? Bad or angry or sad, right? So can I say that when I'm looking at something that's a little more like a city kind of thing or like a factory kind of thing, it's making me feel negative feelings or bad? Or when I'm looking at something that's in nature, it's making me feel good. Does everybody agree? It's very similar to the first point, right? If everybody agrees, please raise your hand. Do you agree? All right. Right. So can I say it like this? More nature, more nature and less pollution. More nature is better and less pollution. Okay, we can say them both together. Right. Does everybody agree? Right. So coming back, so what did we understand from this? That when we have more of a nature background or more trees or more that's greenery, we naturally feel happy or we naturally feel at peace, right? But when we have more of a city or like pollution or all that gajji-biji noise, like all traffic all the time, we feel a little more unpleasant. We feel bad or we feel disturbed, That's what we understood, right? So how is this related to the people tree? This is one major benefit of the people tree. The people tree, like I remember someone saying that it's very quiet and it's branched and it's peaceful when they sit under it. That's so true. Because when we sit under any tree, or especially even the people tree, we feel calm or we feel at peace with ourselves. And that's one of the reasons why Buddha chose the people tree to sit under. But why only the people tree? He could have chosen any tree, right? So let's look at that. The people tree has a lot of benefits. It's not just any other normal tree, right? It helps with your digestion. So when people consume people tree leaves, and it helps with their indigestion or it helps with some stomach problems. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is that it's in antioxidant. So that sounds like a little weird word, but antioxidant basically means that when you consume the people tree leaf, it has a lot of benefit. It has a lot of like healthy properties. So there are chemicals in our body called free radicals, and when we consume antioxidants, they get neutralized, or they basically keep our cells or our body in a very good condition. All right. And in anti-inflammation. So when we get swelling or we get some kind of pain in our body like that, it helps preventing that. And it also improves our, so people use it as a way to improve your skin, right? To make your skin look better and feel better, right? And another benefit is also that it has antibacterial properties. So antibacterial meaning it prevents wounds. So when you get a wound, you can use the people tree to prevent the wound getting infected. So it's antibacterial. So when we look at the people tree, why did Buddha choose the people tree? Because it's, first of all, it's a tree, and trees and nature are always make us feel good. It makes us feel calm, makes us feel pleasant, right? But why only the people tree? Because it has so many benefits. It can help us in so many ways. Just consuming the tree leaf helps us in so many ways, right? So that's one way of looking at it. That's the factual way of looking at it, right? But there's always a deeper way to understand why he chose the people tree. So to explain that, I'd like to hand over it to Manya Akka. Manya would like to explain a little more why the people tree is used in a more deeper manner. So over to Manya.
Yes, thank you, Aditya. So in this shloka, we see that Krishna talks about the people tree particularly. And also, as we see in the coming shlokas, in one of the chapters, Krishna talks about different things. So he says, amongst the birds, I'm the Garuda or the eagle, and amongst the rishis, I'm Kapila. So when he names all of this, he also says, amongst the trees, I'm the people tree or the Ashwatth tree. So why exactly is this constant mention about Ashwath tree? Why do we find a mention of Ashwath tree in the Gita? We also see that, like Aditya mentioned, that was the tree that Buddha chose. So why exactly is this tree so special? So if you look at the word, and if we try to break the word down, then the sound Shwa in Sanskrit means tomorrow, and Ashwa means no tomorrow, and Stha means to remain. So Ashwatha, at least from the name of it, it's pointing to something that will not remain tomorrow, something that will not be there tomorrow or in the future. So something that is changing and also not permanent. So if you think of these words, something that's not permanent, something that is changing, something that is not immortal, or something that's not going to exist forever, what are the things that comes to your mind? If you connect it with a previous class, we saw how the two different things, some that are changing all the time, something that's not changing. And the changing, as we saw, was the material world, what we see, what we perceive, all of it is the changing. And what doesn't change, it was the Atman, was the light of the self. So, and we saw that both of these are forms of the Brahman, but something that can be perceived, and some of it that we really perceive through our senses. So the Ashwatha tree is pointing to, or is a symbol of something that is changing, which is the material world, this earth, all of us in earth, our body, our mind, all of it is changing, and it's a symbol of that which is changing. But in this shloka, Krishna is talking about a very special kind of Ashwath tree. He's not talking about the Ashwath tree that we generally see near the temples. He says that the Ashwath tree is growing from above. Its roots are in the sky or above, and its branches are down and the leaves are down. At least I haven't really seen a tree like this, something that's growing from above. Can you imagine a tree like that? So, why is Krishna talking about this tree, and how is this tree related, or how is this tree a symbol of the material world? Just think about this. What is the source of this tree? We all know that the source or the cause of a tree is the ground, right? Or the roots. So the tree grows from its roots. Okay, now tell me, show me a thumbs up if you think the tree grows from its roots. And if you think the tree grows from its leaves, that is the leaves first, you first see the leaves, then the branches, and then the roots. Then show me a thumbs down. If not, show me a thumbs up. That is if the tree is growing like this. Show me a thumbs up. So most of us agree that it's the roots first, and then the branch, and then the leaves. So here, if you look at it, so you know that the roots are the cause. So we know that the roots, at least the trees that we see generally, they draw nutrition or they are nourished from the soil. They get all the nourishment from the soil and everything from earth, right? But what about this tree? Where is it deriving all of its nourishment from? How is it growing? So look up and just imagine you're looking you and just imagine that the ceiling is not blocking your view. Maybe you can close your eyes and think about how you would see what you would see if you were outside your home, maybe on a ground or something. So what would you see? You'd see the sky, the space, right? The space. If you think about it, there really is nothing that's nourishing this tree, this tree that you see on the slide, this inverted aśhvath tree. What is it that you can't see, you can't think about the space? And if you connect it with the previous session, you'll understand that space is something that we can't really look at, we can't perceive using our five senses, right? So that is nourishing this aśhvath tree. So it's getting its nourishment, or the source of this aśhvath tree is that something that is not changing. The unchanging aspect of the Brahman is that is nourishing this tree, and it is the pure consciousness or the awareness. It's the divine that is nourishing this aśhvath tree. But now it grows down, it grows like an inverted tree, and it has a branch and all the leaves. So like Aditya told us how there are so many benefits of the aśhvath tree, and we also saw, if you look at this image also, you will see that the aśhvath tree has too many leaves. Krishna compares these leaves to the Vedas. What does the Vedas talk about? It talks about the different secrets of the existence. It talks about different things, the material world, how that came into existence. So one who knows the leaves, or who knows the Vedas, comes to know about this tree. He understands the reality of the tree as well. There's so many mysteries surrounding this tree. There's so many wonderful things and interesting things that you would want to observe. And I'll come to it one by one. Before that, we have a small game, but it's really fun. So, if you have a pen and a paper around you, I'd urge you to bring it as fast as you can. Very nice. I see some of you are ready with the book. Let's wait for just another 5 seconds and then we'll start. Okay, all of you can come back now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the game. You can listen. So here is a word on your screen, maths. So write another word. What are the things that comes to your mind when you think of maths, the subject math? So you think of math, what are the things that comes to your mind? Just write one word about it, just one word. So you can write, for instance, someone may really like math, so they can write fun or exciting or interesting, one word. Or someone who doesn't really like math or is scared of math could write fear or scary, something like that. So you can write just one word, and only 3 people get to share their answers. 3 lucky people. Raise your hands if you want to. Yes, Ramakrishna.
I find
Yes.
maths fun and easy.
Huh?
I find maths easy.
Easy. So easy is the word. Okay. Yes, Grihit, what did you write? You should only tell us what you wrote. Yes. Yes, Grihit.
So I wrote fun.
Fun. Very nice. And Jia, what did you write?
Scary.
Scary. Okay, so
But the
math
math teacher is very strict.
strict. Okay, so this is one word, maths, and we have three different variations of what people think about maths: easy, fun, and scary. We'll all of you will get chances because there are there are more words. So here's the second word, school. So what is the first word that comes to your mind when you think of school? You can also write, the first word that came to my mind was playground. So you can write whatever comes to your mind related to school, in school, or someone related to school in some way. Yes, Anya.
Fun studies. Fun.
Studies, fun. Okay. We'll take studies because that's the first thing that came to your mind. Yes, Vivan.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me, ma'am?
Yes. Yes.
So I would say it is good.
Good. Okay, one word. Very nice. Dia or Disha, did I see your hands go up? Do you have an answer?
Fun.
Huh?
Fun.
Fun. Very nice. Fun, right? Fun. Very nice. Yes, Nigda.
The first thing I remember is lunch break.
Lunch break. Very nice. Great.
So many activities.
Activities. Very nice. So this was about school. Here's the third word, music. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Also, write the word on the paper as we are discussing. Yes, Shreyas. What's the first word that comes to your mind when you think of music?
Saregama.
Saregama. Very nice. Okay. And Anya, yes.
Songs that are dramatic, songs that have love, songs
You could
that
only
are
take one word. So, yeah, is it songs? Just songs.
love songs.
Love songs. Very nice. Yes, Snigdha.
That are Hindi, ma'am.
Huh?
That are Hindi.
Hindi. Okay, very nice. Yes, Snigdha.
Hindi
A
love
musical note.
Musical notes. Notes. Very nice. Okay, we'll move to the next word. World. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you think of the world? The world, earth, and no, just write whatever comes to your mind when you think of world. Yes, Ramakrishna.
Africa.
Africa. Very nice. Uh, and Gia.
South Africa.
Very nice. Okay, we have Africa and South
No,
Africa.
India.
Okay, India. Very nice. Anya.
countries.
Countries. Very
Wonder
nice.
countries like you can say Africa, you can say India, you can say America, South
Okay,
Australia.
very nice. Now I want you to think about the world not as as Earth, maybe, let's say, not as Earth and all the countries, but think of it as a collection of people, ideas, institutions. So combine it, all of it. So I think the world is, what is it? The world. How would you describe the world in one word? So I think the world is, now tell me. Who's going to tell me? Vivan, yes.
I think the world has a lot of countries.
No, very nice. That's true. Yes. So now let me give you some examples and maybe you can come up, you can think both are right. So we're looking at two aspects of the world. One is geography, yes. So it has countries, it has rivers, so many things. And we're also looking at the world as a collection of people. So let me give you an example. So I think the world has different kinds of people, and it's so it has different ideas. So the world is beautiful. Or I think the world has wars. It has lot of rules and regulations. It has so many laws. It has fines and punishments. So many things. It has crimes. So I think the world is scary. So describe it with an adjective. Who's going to describe the world in one word? So beautiful, scary. These are the examples. Yes, Grihit. And you can't repeat these two words.
So like world is like a little crazy.
Crazy. Very nice.
People
Very
sometimes
nice.
like that.
Yeah, very nice. That's a really good way. Yes, crazy. That's how I want you to think now. World, not geographically, but this in a different aspect. Yes, Snigdha.
I think the world is creative.
Creative. Very nice. Yes, Ramakrishna.
The world is big.
Big. Big. Very nice. Yes, the world is big. Yes, Shreyas.
I don't know if this is correct, but I guess innovative.
Innovative.
That
Huh?
huge.
Innovative, right? Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So the world, I remember creative, innovative, crazy, and big. So many different adjectives. Very nice. Now, how would you describe people? Similarly. Yes, Rohan.
People are friendly.
Friendly. Very nice. Yes, Snigdha.
People can be good or they can even be bad. So I think of both.
So, in one word, if you were to describe.
I would just say it depends
Depends.
on the personality.
Yes, very nice. Yes, Anya.
Were you asking the people?
Yeah, people.
Okay, the people around me are like, scary.
Scary. Okay, very nice.
Because few people are like taller than me. Few people shorter than me. Few people to my size.
In one
There
word, you said scary. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Sai.
I think we are in a matrix, which is world, and people are very busy.
Busy. Very nice. Last person, Grihit.
So like people are sometimes happy,
One
very
word. Joyful.
very
Okay. Yes, very nice. So we have different words. Different people describe different people in different words. I want you to think about this. Just keep this in mind, and we'll come back to this game. Now I have a question. So Krishna describes the aśhvattha tree with branches and leaves below and the roots above. Where can such a tree be found? Have you seen such a tree? No. Grit says no. And at least looking at all of your expressions, I think it's a no. Yes, Anya.
Ma'am, I have seen it, ma'am.
Where have you seen this tree?
When I remember that trip when I was little. I don't really don't know if I went to Rajasthan. Okay, admit it. I did not go to Rajasthan. I did not go anywhere. I just saw it in videos, and it was fully deserted.
So the leaves were down and the roots above.
Yeah.
In the sky. The trees from the sky?
Not from the sky, like the tree in the question. Like that only.
No, not the exact picture. I meant the tree like that. So the roots above and the leaves below. That kind of tree. But let me give you a hint. All of us have actually seen this. Think we've all seen this. Let me give you a hint.
I think I know.
Yes.
Like the leaves are down in the soil and the roots are up. That's why it looks dry in the deserts.
No, no. No. That's actually branches. They're not roots. Think you have all of us have seen this tree. Just think a little bit. Maybe not, don't think of it as a different tree, but just think about when you saw something inverted. You have probably seen it closer to a water body. That's the clue. Yes, Vivan.
If it's closer to a water bottle, it can be a
Water
money plant.
body. No. You've
Water
seen it.
body.
You've seen it somewhere closer to a water body. You've seen it somewhere there.
Seen it somewhere? No.
No. Okay, here's the big reveal. We've all seen it. It's a reflection. Haven't you seen looked at the reflection of the tree? If you just look at this picture now, you'll see that the branches are below and the roots are above. You've seen, looked at the reflection, right? That's how it looks. The reflection, it's invert. So you have the tree, and in the reflection, it's an inverted tree, right? So why am I telling you this, and how is this connected to the game? If you think about it, this material world, isn't it a reflection of our own selves? Because if you we saw how I told you we spoke about the same things, world, but we all had different things to say about it. So someone found the world to be a very creative space, but someone thought the world is a very scary place. And we spoke about the same thing, people. But someone thought people were crazy. But some of us thought this they are very busy. Some of us thought they're very joyful. So we all think of this seemingly the same things is in very different lights, right? So also we've discussed this in our previous shlokas. So the world is who we think the world is. That is, it's our own mind. Whatever is in our mind is the world. So the world is a reflection of our own selves. The world, your school, mathematics, music, they're all the same, but all of us, we look at it in different ways. So it's just a reflection. Everything in this material world is just a reflection of our own selves. So how we perceive it is how it is. And also, connecting it with the previous shloka, there are two aspects of the Brahman. One, something that you can see, you can perceive through your five senses, and the other that can't be perceived through your five senses. Similarly, the Brahman has these two aspects. Like the Brahman has these two aspects, the Ashwath tree shows us how the tree itself is this manifestation or something that you can perceive through the five senses, but the source of it, something that's nourishing this Ashwath tree, is something that you can't perceive. And in some ways, this perceivable things, all of this that can be perceived, is a reflection of something that you cannot perceive. Therefore, who am I truly? If you think about it from the previous session, so I am that which cannot change. I am that which existed yesterday. It also exists today, and it will continue to exist always. I am that immortal. I am Brahman, or I am that divine light of the self, something that you cannot perceive, but you are aware of it. And that is the source of this Ashwath tree. Now, I want all of you to share your understanding of this shloka. What is it that you take away from it? Yes, Jia.
I think the Ashwath tree is a symbol of the Vedic wisdom. It represents the tree of knowledge. It represents the tree of knowledge. It represents the tree of wisdom. It represents the tree of knowledge. It represents the tree of wisdom. 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 It represents the tree of wisdom
So I understood about what Aditya also showed us about the two pictures
Hmm.
and about the people tree and Buddha. So, and also I understood about the reflection. Yeah, that's what I understood.
Very nice. So, what exactly did you understand from the reflection part?
So like when you asked of the roots are on the sky and like not on the sky, yeah, on the sky, and the leaves and all on the ground,
Yes.
like inside the ground. I thought that because it might be in some desert, but it was not actually. It was about like the water.
Yes, it's a reflection. Very nice. Very nice, Jia. And Anya, what did you understand?
I understood the uses of the people tree, and why did that what do you say, that Buddha, why do those Buddhas sit under the tree? And I understood that in the water the reflection, that is Brahman, which cannot be perceived or touched.
Yes, the Brahman cannot be perceived through our five senses, but the reflection that we are talking about is the material nature. The reflection is what you can see, but here by reflection we meant how the world is a reflection of ourselves. So, uh, so because the world isn't really scary, the world isn't creative, the world isn't a innovative place. The world is nothing, or the world is just something that I think it is. So I think it's creative, therefore it's creative. I think it's scary, therefore it's scary. So the world is just a reflection of who I am and who I think the world is. So whatever is in my mind is what the world is. So it's a reflection in one sense of my mind. Yes, Snigdha.
So I understood that whatever we see or the way we take the thing, we the perspective we see it or take it, it always reflects on ourself. Like you showed the upside down inverted tree. So and it's basically just a reflection of a tree, an actual tree. So this shows that whatever the way we take the things or the way we see the things. Like how Aditya was showing the two pictures, and then he asked us to tell how he felt about the picture. So this shows how we view or perceive the what the picture is showing us, and that reflects our our personality, or yeah, that reflects about who we are. That's what I understood.
Very nice. Very nice, Snigdha. Thank you. Yes, Ramakrishna.
In the other, when which Aditya showed the image, I feel that it is the one who created those pollutions. So we should stop those pollutions and uh, plant more plants.
Yes, very nice. So, if you think about, or if you think about scenes or settings where there are too many man-made things like factories or roads, like some of us described busy
Yes.
people. If you think about it, in general, also if you think about the world, and the city settings, then you'd have this feeling of chaos, stress, and
Uh,
too many things happening. But at the same time, if you think about more of natural settings, so imagine yourself in a beach or a forest or a mountain top, how would you feel if you're if you're amongst many trees? You wouldn't feel chaotic. You would feel very peaceful and calm.
Yes.
So, right? So these trees, so all of especially the trees, are like a medium to the divine. They have a very special energy. They don't create in us feeling of hatred or even love. They are something that's above these two feelings. Something that's not so black and white, but something that's above both of these feelings. Nature in general, you feel very calm, you feel very peaceful. The number of thoughts that you have in your head also are very less compared to when you're in such man-made or artificial settings, right? This is how it generally feels or naturally feels when you think of them in when you think of how you'd feel when you're in these two different settings. And especially out of all these trees, the people tree is even more powerful. It has an even more it has an higher energy, this positive energy, and that is because that you'll understand how Aditya explained. It has so many benefits and
Yes.
very different. Yeah. So very
Yeah.
good, Ramakrishna. Excellent.
Okay.
Yes, Jia, do you have something to share? What did you understand or take away? I think Jia answered. Vivan, what did you understand from the session?
Ma'am, I understood that the people tree was actually the reflection. That is, the tree was upside down. The reflection.
Yes. So what's the other thing that you understood about the reflection part?
About the reflection part, that the tree is actually not upside down.
Yeah, but so in fact, that how Krishna explains it is that there is a tree like this that is upside down, but another way to look at it, or if you decode it a little bit more, another perspective of looking at it would be how it's like a reflection of it kind of resembles a reflection of an ashwath tree. So it's what Krishna is describing is an actual tree like this. But what I explained is another perspective to look at it. So, based on what I explained, like the world and the reflection part, what is it that you understood from that part?
From that part, the world and explanation part.
Yeah, the
I
world.
understand. In fact, if we think the world is scary, but it's actually not scary. If we think the world is fun, it's actually not fun. It's none of anything. But it's in your perspective.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice, Vivan. Yes, we'll quickly listen to Grihit.
So what I understood is that, so like in this picture, the moon is reflected on the water, so it's not, it is upside down. And and uh, and and we learned about the world and explanation is so it's like the way you think that you feel.
Very nice. Very nice, Grihit. Uh, Dia and Disha, would you like to share what you understood from the session? Would you like to share your takeaway? Sai, is there something you would want to share as to what you understood?
Today I understood what are all the benefits of people tree, and I understood why Buddha sits and meditates on that tree only. And I also understood what you have questioned, and I got the answer why Krishna told about upside down people tree. It's reflection of that people tree, and it is very important in uh, Brahma, understanding Brahmi. Am I right, Akka?
Yes, Brahman, or
Ah,
yes, yes.
that's all I understood.
Very nice, Sai. Uh,
Thank you.
in fact, the tree is also called the Bodhi tree, with Bodhi meaning enlightenment. So it's like
Oh,
if you understand this tree and why it is the way it is, then you are also enlightened in one sense. Yes, Ramakrishna.
I had one doubt. I didn't understand about what Vivan told his understanding and understand.
Ah, okay, no. So Vivan said, so if you think about the world as a scary place, then it is a scary place. If you think about the world as a place that has a lot of fun, then it is
mm,
a fun place. So the world isn't really any of this. It's neither scary nor is it
No,
fun.
no,
Hmm.
no.
Yes.
I didn't tell that. I didn't understand what he told that the Buddha was sitting on a that tree, but it was upside down. How?
So yeah, you're right. So we're talking about two different things, slightly different. So here Krishna is talking about an inverted Ashwath tree, but we're also talking about the Ashwath tree in general that we find. So Buddha was sitting under the Ashwath tree. So if you remember the picture that Aditya showed, you saw how Buddha was sitting under an Ashwath tree, right? So
Yes.
he was talking about like how Buddha sat under the Ashwath tree. This is also an Ashwath tree, but Krishna is talking about an inverted Ashwath tree or an upside down Ashwath tree.
Oh, okay, okay. Understood. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you everyone for sharing such wonderful takeaways. With that, as we conclude, I request all of you to join your hands, close your eyes, and chant along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Hari Om.
Very well.